wrote in a publication of Rugby League this week that Mr. Stevenson alongside me here was 1992's pain in the backside.
Thank you, Dougie.
So we're just about ready for the second half. Paul Anderson is still on the field, and just checking quickly, it looks like Paul Dixon has gone off. So Anderson gets his chance to continue the good work he started when he came on for Kevin Iro, but Iro is back on the field. So 40 minutes, and what an important 40 minutes this might be for both these sides. Leeds looking for their first away win of the season, in the box seat at the moment, leading 18 points to 8. But can they hold on to that lead? Can they capitalise on the start that they had?
Well, I'm sure that the Warrington coach, Brian Johnson, would have read the riot act. This is your big chance. They left after the first half. The crowd was cheering. They were chanting. They're back in this game. It's up to Leeds now to keep their cool.
Well, I wonder what has been said in the dressing rooms at half-time. Our touchline reporter, Bill Arthur, has been keeping tabs on what was said.
The word from the Leeds dressing room, Eddie, is that the message is cut out some of the silly errors that marred that first half performance and that really allowed Warrington to come back from 18-0 down to 18-8. Kevin Iro is back on after his spell in the blood bin. He's had 4 stitches and a nasty little nick on his forehead there. Jim Fallon is back on despite hobbling off at half-time. He's got a knock on an ankle, and the idea is that Jim Fallon's going to try and run that off, but he's still just in front of me here, is obviously in some discomfort. And Paul Anderson has come on for Paul Dixon for Leeds, and Paul Derbyshire on for Tony Thornley for Warrington, and no doubt the message from Brian Johnson will have been to keep up the pressure. They're back in it and try and capitalise on that early in this second half.
That's what they're trying to do now. Mackey's little chip ahead, and it's watched all the way by Andy Gregory, I think it was. He ran all the way back with Mackey, and he did the job. He put the Australian off. But Leeds, for the minute, well, confusion reigns back there.
They look a little bit shell-shocked, don't they? Wonderful kick there by Greg Mackey. Good job that Alan Tate was there to mop up the pieces.
Well, Warrington prove they can produce it when needed on Tuesday against Wigan, and they're getting stuck in here at the start of this second half. Gregory didn't like that from Shelford, and Iro makes the mistake. Warrington have it back. Good period of pressure at the start of this second 40 minutes from the men in primrose yellow and blue. Lee Penny, the full-back, halted by Gary Mercer. This now Ellis. He finds Sanderson. You get the feeling Warrington are starting to believe in themselves. Mackey again. Luckily for him, the pass not the best, but Chris Rudd was there. Dwayne Mann. Mackey again. Long pass from him. Finds Sanderson. Sanderson running straight at O'Neill. Taken out by O'Neill and Mercer round the ankles. Mackey again. Sees so much of it, doesn't he, Mackey? Ellis out to that far side. It's with Paul Cullen. Ball flat across the face of the Leeds posts, watched by Craig Innes.
Well taken by Innes there. It's a neat little kick, putting Leeds under a lot of pressure. Oh, dearie me. That's not the type of thing that you want to be doing, a neat inside back pass like that. Steve Malloy taking his eyes off the football. But really, you can do without that in your own quarter.
The Warrington crowd getting behind their team. Went very, very quiet for the first half hour. Suddenly they have found a couple of tries of the team, and the crowd have found their voice. Ellis. Warrington, 10 metres away. What a mistake that was. The man at the play, the ball just ran over it. And Schofield is down injured.
Well, Mackey can't believe it. He set off without the football. He'd booked his ticket and left the luggage. Dearie me, what a mistake. Schofield he can't believe it. when Leeds went under pressure, Mackie was off to do some of his magic that he so often weaves.
And when Gary Schofield picked up the pieces, I think he got a bang in the kidneys or the top of the thigh, but he's in some pain, as you can see.
Well, he drops down. Shelford goes down. He goes down awkward. See, the knee would have just gone into the top of the thigh. A bit of a dead leg. Doesn't look too happy, Gary Schofield. Probably caught the sciatic nerve or something like that, but that is very painful. Pretty numb down the rest of his leg.
Here it is again. Oh, and it's Paul Cullen who came following through with the knees. It was a penalty to Leeds as a result of all that, and we're back in play. Mike O'Neill.
This is where the experience of Schofield and Gregory should take Leeds through this very hectic start to the second half, calming things down.
Looked a touch forward as Mercer charged onto that pass. The referee was happy. It's with Gregory now and Tate. There's Paul Derbyshire with 14 on his back. That was arrogant from Andy Gregory as he brought Kevin Iro inside him. Here he is again. Dabs one over the top, but it goes out on the full. It's brought back.
Well, the idea was there, wasn't it? It was Gregory that was said would calm things down. Could have done with a better kick than that.
Well, it just shows you those little kicks in the first half were all finding the mark. Leeds are under pressure, there's no doubt about that. And since Jackson's come on, Warrington are a different side, but he won't want to see that too often because Gregory has picked up the loose ball and Leeds are back in possession. And Gregory having a bit of a set-to with Dwayne Mann, and Greg Mackey is there as well. It's a penalty to Leeds for holding down in the tackle.
Well, you can see that Mackey runs in there, drops the knee just a little.
I think he was in the role of peacemaker there, Mackey, because I could see a bit of argy-bargy breaking out between Mann and Gregory.
Well, probably you could see it, but the best way to do it is with your mouth, not with your knee.
Leeds in possession then with Fallon. Now Malloy. Good tackling Jackson. James Lowe's the dummy half. Mercer on the charge.
This is where Leeds should be putting a move on now. Warrington on the backward step.
Schofield fully recovered from that. The dummy. And Foster didn't take it. Schofield takes it to himself. That's a penalty to Leeds. It's got to be. To Warrington, I beg your pardon. It's a penalty to Warrington. Schofield was marked at the play of the ball, and there's a right shamozzle going on over there.
Bit of frustration there, but he knows he did the wrong thing. You can see Foster getting back to get into the position. And by the time Schofield had played it, Foster was well and truly in front of him. Penalty given, and rightly so.
Warrington didn't make too much ground with that penalty, but they're in possession now with Jackson. Well, there's a whole host of Leeds players offside there. They weren't back the 10 yards.
Now they are.
This is Sanderson. Amazing what a couple of tries can do to a team's confidence. Mackey, short ball to Shelford. This is Paul Cullen. Mercer and Hanley bring him down. Dwayne Mann to Shelford. Shelford's chip over the top. That came off a Leeds arm. The ball's broken. The referee's called it back. Knock on. Forster thought he'd scored a try. Shakes his head. Referee's whistle had sounded.
Well, Tate really gets one there, doesn't he? Right over the top without the football. That could have been a penalty. Never mind a try. Made a meal of it anyway. I just get the feeling that tempers are running a little bit high. We'll have to keep an eye on it, will referee David Atkin, I'm afraid.
Yes, Mark Forster didn't ground the ball anyway, but that ball has come free. Warrington are really getting stuck in this second half. Mike O'Neill has it for them, for Leeds.
They can Warrington, that Leeds are a little bit shell-shocked. They're getting a sniff of a chance of a victory here, and there was lashing out with a boot from Mercer.
Simon Irving. Innes with the ball to Schofield. Good kick downfield from Schofield. Penny, he almost made a hash of it. Now has to run square to get away from Hanley. Does so. Brings Forster into play. Fallon wouldn't be pushed off.
Good play by the fullback Penny there.
It's a real struggle now. Paul Cullen gritting his teeth. Brought down by Malloy and Anderson. Mackie. Oh, and it comes back off the arms of Anderson and straight into the arms of Dwayne Mann. 6 more for Warrington.
Anderson couldn't believe it. It bounced up in the air. He just made a grab of it. Luckily that Warrington got on top. It's important now Leeds don't do anything silly and give away a penalty.
It's Gary Tees, the prop forward, halted by Hanley. This is Kelly Shelford. Made 10 metres then. Dwayne Mann from acting halfback finds Mackie. Warrington coming forward with numbers. Sanderson, quick hands. It's now with Bateman. Bateman, the Welsh international, out to this near side. And Chris Rudd just couldn't get through. But Warrington's confidence has, well, it's really had a boost. This is the last tackle now. Shelford. The man was tackled as he went to play that ball. The referee right, it was a knock-on.
Well, he tried to kick it, whether he made contact or not makes a difference. Referee David Atkin was there, Johnny on the spot. But Leeds, for the last 5 minutes, Eddie, they looked out on their feet. They weren't moving up in defence, they were just hanging back and allowing Warrington to come at them.
Jackson is getting through a ton of work for Warrington. This is O'Neill, playing now in the forwards. Now that Iro is back from the blood bin. Schofield jinking, looking for the opening. Doesn't come, that's the last tackle. Hanley to Gregory. Another long kick downfield from Gregory. Oh, that was a sure knock-on. Well, referee a long way away from it, and he said the ball went backwards, giving Mark Forster the benefit of the doubt. And the referee in touch, you'd say, with the Warrington man holding to touch by Lowes and Hanley. It was Paul Derbyshire.
Well, the guy's momentum has not stopped. The crowd are booing. Now, was he just stopped momentarily there? No, according to referee David Atkin, the scrum will go down. There's been plenty to talk about in this game so far.
And more to come, no doubt. 14 minutes on my watch gone. As you were at half-time. 18-8. Leeds in front and in possession with Innes, now with Iro. This is the man that Warrington must stop. Ball goes over the top and Innes is there to pick up the pieces. Tate will try and keep this momentum going by feeding Hanley. Leeds inching towards that Warrington try line. Gregory, O'Neill is there, he showed it to him and gave it to Anderson. Gregory again. Hanley was the first runner. Gregory elected to hang on himself. And Leeds now are 5 metres or less from that Warrington try line. They're in possession with Hanley and with Schofield. The runner was Malloy. Malloy with a try. Yes, the referee nods his head, and Steve Malloy has come up with a try against his former club.
Shows a bit of championship replay. You'll see Schofield with all the time in the world is back to the defence, pulls the man in. The missed tackle there by Ellis. Malloy at the strength. Did he get it down? We'll see. Pretty hard to see from there, but referee acting. There you see the finger pointing. Great position by the referee there. But look at Schofield, had all the time in the world. Missed tackle by Ellis, counted there. 3 men go over with him, but Malloy gets the ball down. And they needed that Leeds. Warrington had thrown everything at them in the second half.
What a time to come up with your first try of the season. Formerly with Warrington, Steve Malloy, £120,000 buy in September 1990. Having a great season, and he will have enjoyed that moment. And Irving with the extra 2. Turns Malloy's 4 into a 6-pointer, and Leeds stretch the advantage 24-8.
Well, you see the Warrington defence come at Schofield. He turns his back, and you'll see that the gap will arrive. Pulls it through there. There's the gap. Ellis missed the tackle. The strength of the prop forward did the rest. Referee says 4.
So Warrington now have a lot of work to do again. Leeds 24-8 ahead, coming up to the 57th minute of this match. And Leeds, they have to go back to Easter Monday for their last victory away from home. But there's no doubt about it, opportunity really is knocking for them tonight.
Well, it really was just what the doctor ordered for Leeds there. They were put on the rack. They looked very tired. Who knows what could have happened if Warrington had posted 4 points. But full credit to Leeds, they took the advantage. It really was the first time that they had an opportunity in the Warrington quarter. And once again, they took it.
Gregory, that bounced off a Warrington player. They're playing soccer with it at the moment. That was a good goalkeeping effort from Mark Foster. Right into the midriff, and Foster clung on.
So important now for Warrington to throw caution to the wind. They really have got to just try everything in the repertoire. All the moves. Ellis and Mackey and the loose forward Shelford, they've got to keep working hard.
Bateman's worked hard, he's just been denied some reward, but that's a second tackle after the referee had called held, so it's got to be penalty to Warrington.
Well, they could have done without this. That was silly play there by Mike O'Neill. You could clearly hear that the referee had shouted held.
So penalty to Warrington. And they are now 20 metres from that Leeds line. Important, Mike, for Warrington, because with the Rugby League this week saying that for the time being anyway, we're sticking to 3 divisions, it means 2 will go down now this season. Lee, Hulkingston Rovers, Warrington, Salford, I mean, it could be anybody.
Yeah, they're desperate for points, aren't they?
That's Gary Tees, the prop forward. That's the 10-metre mark too. This now is Greg Mackey. Here's Ellis. Brought down by Malloy. Dwayne Mann. Mackey, ball inside again. That was a good move and a good piece of thinking by Malloy. He brought Bateman down. It's Derbyshire. Oh no, it's Lee Penny, the fullback. No, it isn't, it is Derbyshire. The numbers on these Warrington jerseys are not much good, but that is good play by Bateman, but I don't think he grounded it, you know. The referee was right there. He's given the 4 points under the sticks, but did Bateman ground it? That's a big talking point. Did the ball touch the ground? We shall see here.
Stone's bit of championship replay will show Ellis put a beautiful pass here for Bateman, who did the step through Gregory. Now the referee is Johnny on the spot, but as the spot burst, he never even touched. He eventually got it down. I think Bateman can't believe it. Nice play, ball back inside. Ellis there puts the gap through. It was Mike O'Neill had done such a wonderful defensive action before. He took the dummy, and that ball never touched. Neither did the arm, in my opinion. But never mind. The 4 points are given. Warrington still hang in this game.
Well, Chris Rudd has added the extras while we were watching that controversial moment. The Leeds supporters are furious. The Leeds team is furious, and you can see plainly there Alan Bateman did not ground the ball and the referee was pointing. Well, 24-14 now in Leeds' favour. It's not over yet. Just emphasising that point. 2 will go down at the end of this season to the second division, and it will be a real lottery down there at the foot of the table as to who does drop to Division 2. Warrington are determined it won't be them. We're midway through this second half. The advantage now just 10 points.
Well, Warrington were unlucky there because Paul Cullen was interfered by Kevin Iro without the football.
Shelford to Bateman. Bateman out to this near side. Oh, that bounces off the knee and goes straight out. Good defensive harrying by Craig Innes.
Well, it's a type of play that we've been calling for from Warrington. They know that they've got to take these chances. Bateman really couldn't get down to that. The ball back inside, going very low.
So Leeds head and feed. It's with Schofield now, and this is Innes. Short pass from Schofield brings Tate into it. Over the shoulder from Iro. They were lucky Leeds there that Fallon was on that far side and was alert.
Well, Kevin Iro made a lot of mistakes since he come out in the second half. Obviously those stitches, he must have got a bit of a bang on his head. He doesn't look the player that he was in the first 25 minutes, that is for sure.
Leeds still in possession. We have a quarter of this match or thereabouts remaining as Malloy takes it up. Clive Griffiths, the Warrington assistant coach, is talking now with Bill Arthur downstairs.
Clive, you're still in there with a chance.
Yeah, we are, and considering the type of game we had 48 hours ago at Wigan, it's been a great effort from the lads to come back.
18-0 down, you must have feared the worst early doors.
Yes, well, it's...
And it's penalty to Warrington. Hanley followed up. He is adjudged to have pushed, I think, the fullback Lee Penny out of the way, and David Atkins blowed the whistle. Let's have a look at this again.
Well, you can see there that Ellery Hanley was offside anyway. He was well in front of the kicker. The referee hasn't got him for this. He's got him for interfering there with a fullback Lee Penny. It must have been very slight, but either way, justice has been shown to have been done, as Ellery Hanley was well in front of the kicker there.
Well, we interrupted Clive Griffiths and Bill Arthur then, and I think we're going to interrupt him again here, because Schofield has pinched one from the interception, under the sticks, 4 points Leeds. Schofield always alert for the opportunity of an interception, and that was handed to him on a plate.
The poacher is back. Stone's bit of championship replay. Mackie onto Ellis. Schofield was just lurking around. The little poacher. It's not the fox this time. It's the white football. 4 points and probably the game. You see Schofield move up. He knows that he's trying to get the ball out wide. He's a master at that. Read it to perfection. bobbled a bit, but those hands have intercepted so many tries in the past, but what a vital one in 93.
Gary Schofield then makes it 30 points to 14 because the conversion from Simon Irving from right in front, needless to say, sailed over the crossbar. In fact, it was Gary Schofield who took the kick himself. So Schofield's 4 becomes Schofield's 6, and Neil Harmon returns for Warrington. Bob Jackson has gone off, and Leeds now, well, they have a 30 points to 14 advantage. They almost pinched the ball at the play of the ball then.
Well, I'm sure they were a very relieved Leeds side there when Gary Schofield took that interception. He's often taken the gamble so many times in the past. It paid off. That's given them the buffer now. But it's been a gallant effort by Warrington when really Leeds at 18-0. They had this game well and truly wrapped up. Full credit to Warrington for fighting back. They've made a great game of this.
They sure have, and Clive Griffiths was saying there, they played Wigan and beat them 48 hours ago. Great effort. This is the time when perhaps Warrington are running on empty. But that's a great tackle over on that far side by Lee Penny, the fullback.
Great tackle by the fullback there. He's a big boy, isn't he, Kevin Iro? I mentioned earlier that he didn't seem at his best when he came back for the second half. Good play by the young fullback, Lee Penny. He's worked hard tonight.
Warrington now will try and rescue something from this if they can. We still have 13 and a half minutes to go. Long pass there from centre field by Mackey. Paul Derbyshire hanging on. Ellis the dummy half. Here's Mackey again. Sanderson helps it on. Dwayne Mann. Well, he looked like he'd knocked it on. And there certainly has been a knock on now. But Dwayne Mann, a big effort from him on Tuesday. He is one player, Mike, to me, who looks like the tank really has run dry.
Never any doubt about that. Up until quarter of an hour before the kick-off, he was running up and down with an injured leg. They said they had no chance of playing today. And then just before the game, shows you the character of the man. He said, let me have a try. I'll give my best shot, and he certainly's done that.
This is Alan Tate. Schofield on the run round with Iro. Gets the ball out to that far side. Nowhere for Fallon to go, really. James Lowes.
It's amazing you could see the possession there that Warrington got well and truly back into it. But once again, they took the chances, Leeds.
Nearly took another one there. It was only another great tackle by Penny, this time on Hanley. Gregory to Schofield. Schofield to Malloy, drops it. Leeds looking to do their points average some good here.
Well, there was also a forward pass in my book to Steve Malloy. A little bit casual there, Leeds. They know that they've got these points wrapped up. But it was only until Gary Schofield took that interception, you could see the heads bow down from Warrington.
Shelford with a driving run, just ankle tapped. Still manages to get the ball away. Under pressure from Hanley, Ellis drops it. It's with Iro, now O'Neill. Innes makes a fist of that. And the referee's got him for the knock-on.
Well, he's had a good game as Innes. You can see that he was just in front of him there, a little bit too high. The full credit to both sides. Maybe a little bit scrappy, but they're still trying to keep this ball alive. Leeds, a lot of teams would have been quite content just to close the game down. They're eager for more points.
Ellis. The Welsh double act there for Warrington, Bateman and Ellis. Good play by Sanderson, that. Lee Penny has joined the line, the fullback. 2 cracking tackles from the youngster in this second half. Warrington have had to rely on youth as they bid to get themselves out of trouble. No money in the bank for expensive signings. And that's knock on each way, and the referee rightly says play on. This is Sanderson. Derbyshire wrestling with it, and wrestling with O'Neill and Hanley.
Well, if it's entertainment you need, and entertainment that you want, you've got it tonight. They really have kept this ball alive. Entertainment plus.
10 minutes to go, 30 points to 14, Leeds ahead. Warrington looking for more though. Not throwing the towel in Warrington, and well done to them. Great run from Bateman. Anderson with the tackle. Heavy challenge on the Welshman. And again Anderson. Good tackle. Little chip over the top was from Mackie. The ball has come on Warrington's side, but it was on the last tackle. It's the turnover. And Paul Derbyshire just couldn't get over the try line.
Good play by Warrington, good support play, neat switches of play, and a nice kick by Mackie. Well taken there by Derbyshire. Well, if Warrington fans or you people out there watching thought that Warrington was perhaps a side that had lost their cool and they were in that relegation battle, I think with that effort tonight will prove that they're going to be a pretty strong side. It's not going to be easy to beat this mob.
Jim Fallon, who's hobbled his way through this second half, looks as though he's going to be coming off very shortly. Paul Dixon will be coming on, and Leeds with still a bit of tackling to do here. Want Dixon back on the park, pretty sharpish, and Jim Fallon's got an ankle injury, so he's going to be off very shortly when the opportunity presents itself.
Warrington are on the charge, and they're over with Cullen. Right under the sticks. Well, Warrington are giving nothing up here. Paul Cullen charged onto that like a bull. He wasn't going to be stopped.
Stones for the championship replay. Good play by the hooker man. It's a move that they used. You see how he used Shelford as a bit of a shield there, but the strength took him over. Strong boy, the second row of Paul Cullen. Beautiful play there. Dummy by the hooker man. Switched inside. And Leeds really were caught there. There's nothing they could do about it. Cullen was coming on like an express train.
Paul Cullen, and Chris Rudd adds the extra 2 from bang in front. So the gap again has been narrowed by Warrington. 20 points to 30. We've seen 50 points here on Sky Sports tonight. What a feast of rugby league entertainment as Jim Fallon takes his place on the bench.
Good effort by Fallon. He's been carrying that injury for quite some time. Really, it's all a matter of Warrington there. Paul Dixon, the replacement. Really all a matter of whether Warrington could have just got that try early in the second half. Remember, they were down 18-0 at one point.
They're giving nothing away. Penny with a strong run right through Gregory. Finished off eventually by Iro. 7 minutes on my watch. 10 points the difference. Hold on to your hats. We've got to finish here. If Warrington score another...
Well, they scored 2 tries in the last 4 minutes of the first half. Can they do it in the second?
They're moving the ball about neatly. Bateman has been a real problem for Leeds all night with these driving runs from centre field. It's now with Ellis, now Sanderson. A gutsy show from Warrington. Last tackle. Ellis will just chip this one over, looking for the corner, and he finds touch. Tate and company prepared to let the ball roll.
Nice hit by Ellis. Gave himself plenty of space. The chance is still there. It'll be running through their brains. They knew that they scored those 2 tries in the dying moments of the first half. It's never over until that big fat lady sings, as they say.
6 to go, 10 points the difference. Warrington 20, Leeds 30. Leeds in possession. and on the brink of their first league championship double over Warrington in 10 years. They won at Headingley in October, and they are 10 points to the good here, but errors are coming all the time.
I can't believe that substitute Paul Dixon tried to get the pass away. Unbelievable in your own quarter.
Dwayne Mann, the dummy half. This is Neil Harmon. It's Warrington now who are examining this Leeds defence. It's Leeds who are blowing, and it's Warrington who are running hot. They're 3 metres from the line. Good ball on the blind side. Leeds alert to that as Gary Tees steamed forward. Tees again on his own. It's dropped back for Mann. Has he given it? Yes, he has. Dwayne Mann gets the try. Unbelievable from Warrington. Can they snatch victory here?
Stones for the championship replay. Oh, hold on to your hats here. He tried to kick through there, did Tees. It bounced up quite pleasantly for the hooker man, and he took advantage of it. It's a bit of a mess. It bounced all over the place. He can't believe it. I can't believe it. The seconds are ticking away.
This is an important kick from Rudd. He's missed it. It's 5 tries apiece, and it's all been down to the goal kicking. Leeds have found the mark when it comes to place kicking. Warrington haven't.
There you can see that the ball just bubbled up there. Leeds can't believe it. Warrington, they're getting back as quick as they can. Leeds are taking their time. The boos, the referee Atkin raises the arms. Stop the clock. Don't make a cup of tea now.
6 points, that's all the gap is now. How long to go? On my watch, 3.5 minutes. 6 points. What a match this has been. What a display from Warrington. Wonderful silky skills from Leeds at times. But my word, they don't like moving away from Headingley, do they? And they're under pressure here again now. Penny, his ball finds Cullen. No one will run harder or stronger than Cullen in the closing moments here. Leeds are hanging on. It's remarkable.
I know one thing, if Warrington get a scrum and head feed, Leeds will have 3 fullbacks.
Mackie to Shelford. Shelford drops it. Leeds have it back.
He's played a big game, Shelford. Really has worked hard all night. But now it's up to Leeds. Safety first, surely. Runs from dummy half.
And runs from the forwards like Mike O'Neill. It's a testament this to Warrington's fitness, you know. They played on Tuesday night and beat Wigan. And here they are, just 6 points adrift of Leeds, who haven't played since New Year's Day.
But full credit, Eddie, to Leeds. They've already had a few opportunities in this second half, but they've taken advantage of them, and that really has been the difference. Leeds have taken their chances.
And they've dropped the ball again with Iro, but it's a penalty for stealing the ball in the tackle. Well, Mr. Atkin has had a big say on this match. Penalty Leeds is the decision.
Yep.
And Schofield just kicks for ground and is winding his players up, telling them to calm down, to take the 6 tackles, and it could be theirs. 1.5 minutes on my watch. Just a converted try between the two sides. It looked all over, didn't it? But it's anything but over here. Warrington tackling themselves to a standstill. Leeds trying to find the gaps again with Gregory, misses out Anderson and O'Neill. Runs square, brings Innes into it. Innes tackled. Oh, and Innes is getting stuck in.
Well, it appeared that Innes was waiting for the tacklers, lifted his right elbow. Looks like Ellis caught one as well. So he gave him one back by the looks of things. Takes it out of Andy Gregory instead.
Schofield with a drop goal attempt to seal the win. It's straight, it's true, and that's the 2 points for Leeds.
Mr. Cool, calm and collected. While all the others were running around with their heads chopped off, the man takes the opportunity. And that is it. He knows it. The Leeds fans know it, and the players.
What a personal contribution from Gary Schofield. 2 tries, a goal and a drop goal. 11 points. Hanley just falls on it. Leeds will surely now play out time. But what a great display from these two sides. Super stuff from Leeds. Guts from Warrington all the way. And now we're into stoppage time. No wonder they say it's a great game, Mike.
Unbelievable game, played at breathtaking speed. They've tried to keep the ball alive. Okay, there's been a few mistakes. You expect that sort of thing, because they really have tried to get the ball out wide at every opportunity. Some wonderful skills from both sides.
Last tackle for Leeds. Schofield will simply hoist a high one. Little tester for Rudd. He got it in the end, did Chris Rudd. But that one-pointer from Gary Schofield has taken so much pressure off Leeds. Set himself up for it perfectly too, didn't he?
Well, it was all down to Gary Schofield, really. He's the man that took the interception at a vital time, added the one-pointer to secure this win.
And the win it is. Shake hands all round now, these two sides. They have given us rich entertainment here on Sky Sports tonight. 24 points to Warrington, 31 to Leeds. At last, Leeds get off the mark. Their first away win of the season. A feast of rugby league. Two great sides. Leeds Day.